ABC 13 Eyewitness News starts now.
And we begin with breaking news. Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez confirming less than an hour ago that an off-duty Harris County Sheriff Office deputy had been shot on FM 1960 at Aldine Westfield.
Gonzalez sent out the tweet stating he was shot in a grocery store parking lot and is still a very active scene there. And a viewer sent us this picture from above. You can clearly see a very heavy police presence along with crime scene tape around the parking lot there. ABC 13's Brianna Connor just arrived at the scene. And Brianna, what are the latest details you're hearing?
This is just a horrible situation. I can confirm this deputy was not on duty. They were just doing some grocery shopping earlier this evening, and now tonight they are in critical condition after a shooting. The strip mall behind me in Aldine Westfield, right near 1960, is completely taped off. Right now, they're not letting anyone in or out during this investigation. And we did want to show you some video from earlier, simply right after that shooting happened. We're told it was in the parking lot. That deputy witnessed some men committing a crime. We're told the deputy approached them, and then the men shot at the deputy. The deputy returned fire, though we cannot confirm anything at this point about the suspects, where they might be, and what condition they might be in. Again, this parking lot out here is closed off. People who are out here doing their shopping have not been allowed to leave at this point. So that means we haven't been able to talk to anyone about what they may have heard or seen tonight during the shooting or even shortly after. The only folks we've talked with are on this side of the street with us, who are waiting on friends or loved ones who are stuck out here tonight, waiting to be interviewed as witnesses for a crime that happened again, while many people in this community were simply doing some grocery shopping. That's the situation out here in Westfield Spring. I'm Brianna Connor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Brianna, thank you for the live update right there. Also tonight, more allegations being made about the Bel Air baseball team and their coach. Exclusive video of the interaction between Bel Air and Westbury. Plus, we spent the day asking important questions after dozens of inmates were released from the Harris County Jail because of a glitch. A look at the answers we got or didn't get, and also check this out. A large group of feral hogs on the run here in Sugar Land. It's a sight that is kind of hard to believe as more and more appear. Now, we heard that the neighborhood there is talking a lot about what's going on.
Also hard to believe that this man here, Devin Jordan, is facing not one, but two capital murder charges, accused of killing two men. Shockingly, today, he was released on a $1.5 million bond. A man accused of taking two lives is back on the streets tonight. ABC 13's Jessica Willey explains how this could happen. Jessica?
Of course, defendants are entitled by law to bond, except for capital murder. It's the only crime in Texas for which judges have discretion to deny bond. Devin Jordan was released yesterday on bond for his second capital murder.
This is clearly a miscarriage of justice, miscarriage of the justice system here.
At Crime Stoppers Houston,
it is time for us to fight back.
The family of Josh Sandoval took turns denouncing the latest in the case against their brother's accused killer, while his mother,
I'd rather be anywhere than to be standing here,
spoke out in shock.
And for him to be on the street today, I'm in disbelief. I'm shocked.
Devin Jordan, charged with two capital murders in two different counties in just 6 months' time, is now a free man again. The 21-year-old bonded out of the Galveston County Jail yesterday after posting a $1 million bond, 4 months after posting a $500,000 bond in Sandoval's capital murder case.
There should have been a no bond. This was a no-brainer for a no bond.
According to court records, Jordan, out of jail for aggravated robbery in Fort Bend County, was charged with capital murder, accused of following Sandoval home and killing him during a robbery in May 2021. He was arrested in July, bonded out in November. 3 weeks later, League City Police charged him in their capital case. They believe Jordan was part of a robbery crew who followed Jeffrey Johnson home from a Galleria restaurant in June and shot him in his garage. Along the way, there have been bond violations. Crime Stoppers Andy Kahn and Sandoval's family believe all of this should have added up to no bond.
I do understand that he has rights, but as a victim and my only son, I have rights too.
I see those and it seems like I'm seeing the same thing over and over again. You know, a few months ago, that was me standing there.
Shirley Kinchin lost her daughter, Savannah, in October 2020. Savannah's husband, Trent Pascal, was charged with murder in Galveston County, racked up more violent charges in Harris County, and was also able to bond out and then flee.
Murder charges.
Jordan's release hits home for Shirley and her husband. They have little faith in the bonding system.
Kind of gives a false sense of security. We didn't realize this till it happened to us.
Jordan's attorney did not respond to ABC 13's phone calls. The Galveston County District Attorney's Office has filed a motion requesting additional bond conditions. Sandoval's family fears for the public.
I don't want any other family member to be here or here.
We will get justice for Josh.
Jessica Willey, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Let's get you back to that breaking news really quick here. We wanted to bring you this live picture here from HCA Northwest Medical Center, where that off-duty deputy was taken in critical condition. Again, we told you that officer was off duty and shot in a grocery store parking lot while shopping there, and just happened to come across a scene there that looked like a crime was being committed and tried to intervene. And coming up in just a few minutes, we will break down details of the shooting.
Tonight, we also continue pushing for answers after a computer glitch at the Harris County Jail allowed more than 100 alleged criminals to be released. So many questions came out of our story last night at 10. So today, we dug a little further.
That's right. We wanted to know if there was an investigation into what happened here and if there is a backup system in place. And of course, what will stop this from happening in the future? Unfortunately, we did not get many answers here. The sheriff's office told us in a statement here that, quote, unfortunately, we were not pre-warned about any work being done to the system which caused the outage. Harris County Universal Services was unable to provide a timely fix. So we went today to the downtown building where Universal Services is housed. We wanted to know, again, what exactly happened here, what prevents it from happening again, and is there a backup in place, and is there an investigation here? Well, no one was available to speak in person, but someone was able to type up an email saying in part, our teams have been working 24/7 to ensure our customers regain access to their databases. We're investigating the root cause of the outage and will take the necessary steps to ensure technical failures like this don't happen again, end quote. Now, their full statement can be found on our website. We also have reached out to the Harris County Judge Lena Hidalgo's office to ask if she is calling for an investigation and what's being done to ensure this doesn't happen again. No word tonight from her office.
New developments in a story that we brought you last night at 10. A Bel Air High School varsity baseball coach is now on leave pending an investigation. It's his second in just 3 months.
Yeah, and one of the allegations surrounds the school's baseball team. ABC 13's Maya Shea shows us exclusive video of the emotional interaction between Bel Air and Westbury.
Making monkey sounds and shit to myself.
This is the confrontation after the Bel Air and Westbury baseball game last week. An angry Westbury father accusing Bel Air players of making monkey sounds towards his son. The emotions so high, HISD police could be seen trying to keep the two sides apart. School trustee Myrna Gairdry explains what allegedly happened.
When the children on the Westbury team went onto the field, the children in the Bel Air team who were in the dugout were making extreme monkey noises and sounds and animal sounds.
There is now a full-scale investigation into the March 25th varsity game. Bel Air's longtime baseball coach Nick Ozuna placed on paid leave. His lawyer issuing a statement, Coach Ozuna has coached Bel Air High School for 18 years and has more than demonstrated his love for all of his players, opposing coaches and teams. Any allegation he condoned or dismissed any racial slur as false. Any allegation that Coach Ozuna has any racial animus is false. Superintendent Mallard House today urged all sides to be patient.
You take any allegation seriously, but what's important is that you gather facts as a part of an investigation, and you determine exactly what needs to happen beyond those facts. So that's what we're in the midst of right now.
Do that again.
But as seen on this video that circulated widely between both schools, the emotions are running high. In addition, HISD has reopened an investigation into another baseball player who left Bel Air High School after Coach Ozuna allegedly ridiculed his hair. Trustee Guidry says she believes both investigations are warranted.
So with all of those instances being brought to light and starting out initially with the hair incident, I think it deserves some serious investigation and questions to be asked.
With Westbury parents and the Bel Air Booster Club planning news conferences in coming days, this controversy over what happened on March 25th is far from over. Meanwhile, the Bel Air team will play their first game without their head coach on Friday. Maya Shea, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.
A former Cy-Fair ISD teacher is accused of having a sexual relationship with a 15-year-old student. Sarah Suggs used to work at Langham Creek High School as the boy's English teacher. Charging documents say his parents uncovered disturbing text messages between their son and Suggs. In a statement, the district said, quote, as soon as the campus became aware of the serious allegation of an improper relationship between Sarah Suggs and a student, she was immediately removed from campus, placed on administrative leave, and law enforcement conducted a full investigation. The school said she resigned in January.
Well, some Missouri City homeowners are going to great lengths to keep some, well, unwanted neighbors off their property. Have you seen this video here? We're talking about some wild hogs. They're large and often show up in some big numbers here, trampling landscape and, of course, digging up grass. ABC 13 reporter Shelley Childers live in the Creekstone subdivision with a look at the problem there, Shelley.
Yeah, Eric, I want to show you what it looks like when these wild hogs come through this neighborhood. Take a look at the damage here. Big chunks of grass just torn up. And across the street here, a neighbor has put up wire fencing in front of their front yard just to protect their property. Videos like this are not hard to come by in the Creekstone subdivision of Missouri City. Here's one from March 18th and another one from March 30th. The homes just 2 blocks apart near Elkins High School. These wild hogs moving in large groups hit manicured lawns in the dark, homeowners waking up to massive holes and torn up grass.
So out of 30, at least 15 of them were big, very big.
Gopal Ramakrishnan has only been living here for 7 months and has already faced so much yard damage. His wife told him not to waste money cleaning it up. Across the street, Freddie Oliveira shared this video of the damage left to his flower beds.
So far, 2 times we have to call our landscaper to fix it.
And he's only lived in his home for 2 weeks. Bags of fresh mulch piled high at another neighbor's yard, a sign the nuisance neighbors have struck again. But property owners are also working to stop the havoc.
Just today, I installed a light because with a motion sensor.
This couple installed a wire fence around their entire front yard after multiple attacks on their lawn.
People buy that laser tags, they try to red color, it's like infrared. But it doesn't work. Nothing works.
He says their homeowners association is working to fix the problem, putting up fences where this neighborhood meets undeveloped brushland.
They are doing things to protect the neighborhood, right? Meaning they're putting fences and stuff like that. How effective, we don't know.
Only time will tell. Shelley Childers, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
What a story there. And we've also got a live picture from Northwest Harris County where, again, an off-duty deputy was shot in this grocery store parking lot. All the details we've gathered coming up in a live report right after the break. And some terrifying moments here for a homeowner in Southwest Houston. Have you seen this video as a group of men right here kick in his front door and what they yelled right before they kicked in that door?
Plus, a Trump-era policy could be coming to an end. What it means for people seeking asylum in the U.S.
Good-looking day coming up for your Friday. A lot of sunshine around the state as temperatures make it into the 70s and 80s. But a front is going to be crossing the state, making it to southeast Texas on Saturday. I'll tell you about rain with that front and the one coming behind it in your forecast coming up.
We again want to take you back out to that scene in North Harris County we told you about off the top of the broadcast here. Sheriff Ed Gonzalez confirming tonight that an HPD and off-duty CO deputy was shot in a grocery store parking lot, I should say. Now, that deputy was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. Gonzalez says he witnessed suspects committing a crime in the parking lot, and when he approached them, they opened fire on him. We do know the deputy returned fire, but we do not know anything about the suspects or whether or not they were hit. We're following this story closely here. We'll keep you updated on air and at abc13.com. Let's take you here right now, a live picture from HCA Northwest Medical Center, where the deputy was taken in critical condition. You see other law enforcement vehicles there in support, along with some of his colleagues and possibly family members arriving at this point. Dozens of officers out here, as well as more people. We're getting to more information here shortly. As soon as we get that, we'll bring it to you.
Well, it is like a scene out of a movie. A gunfight breaks out during a home invasion in southwest Houston. Those suspects there caught on camera kicking that door in, while inside the homeowner was ready for him with a gun. Once the door flew open, several men with guns came in claiming they were HPD, while the victim did not believe it and began firing. Police said the men returned fire but did not hit the homeowner. Instead, bullets went through the walls and into surrounding apartments there. Now, shockingly here, nobody was injured and the suspects were able to get away. If you have any information on who these violent people are, you are being asked to call police.
Now let's get you to Missouri City. The police department there is using new technology they say will make it safer for everyone the next time you have an emergency.
After 8 months of research, Missouri City is the first police department in the state to use what is being called Live 911. As Brianna Connor found out, police hope the system's success in other departments will translate here.
The little details is what counts when a call comes in. It matters in seconds.
Traditionally, those details go through a dispatcher before being relayed to police officers in the field. They hear things like the location and details of an emergency secondhand, but Live 911 changes that.
Well, the difference now is that officers in their cars can actually hear the 911 call as it is taking place, so nothing is missed.
Lieutenant Russell Terry says officers Thursday night will be the first to test out the new technology. They'll be able to hear about emergencies directly from the people experiencing them and know exactly where it's happening thanks to geomapping. That means help will be on the way faster, and the officers will have a better idea of what they need to do once they arrive to keep everyone safe.
We wanted to be the first in the state of Texas to get it, and anything that can assist us in a better response time to the community we serve is outstanding. Anything with technology that helps us is a benefit to the organization as well as to the citizens of Missouri City.
Live 911 was paid for through the city using taxpayer dollars. The police captain says he looks forward to getting feedback about it from officers in the field and eventually expanding the program. In Missouri City, I'm Brianna Connor, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
All right, the only thing to tarnish this really nice weather that we've been seeing around here is the pollen count. And check it out, oak tree pollen extremely high. It gets to be extremely high when it gets above 1,500 particles per cubic meter. We're at almost 4,200 particles, so this is just about as high as it ever gets during the year, and that's exactly where we are right now. Air quality has been moderate today. Pine and hackberry high, and the UV index, of course, very high with all the sunshine that we're seeing. Temperatures at this hour at 62 at Bush Airport, 67 ABC 13, 65 there at Galveston. Galveston's temperature not going to fall that much tonight because we will continue to have that light onshore flow there, so 62 for a low, but inland areas should fall into the upper 40s to around 50 degrees in most locations. Some places will be in the mid 50s around Pasadena and over towards Pearland. High temperatures for tomorrow, upper 70s to around 80 degrees, a few degrees above where we should be this time of year. We are in a drought, especially south of Interstate 10. We're calling it a moderate drought, so the rain that we got yesterday was not quite enough. This map was updated today. Now we're seeing south central, southwest Louisiana in an extreme drought, and there are many pockets around the state of Texas in extreme and even exceptional drought, so we certainly do need some rain around here. We're going to get some rain, but there's not going to be a lot of rain with that first front. It's the second front that's coming as we head into the early to mid parts of next week that will give us a better chance for rain rain, much needed rain for the state. Things are quiet out there right now. No precipitation in the state at this time. And for the most part, your Friday is going to be rain-free around here. As we get into Saturday morning, we'll begin to see a couple of isolated showers, but not enough to make a difference. That'll be gone by Saturday evening, and your Sunday is looking dry. As we head into Monday and especially Tuesday, we'll have a line of showers and thunderstorms move across the area, and it appears that we're going to have enough storm fuel around for some severe thunderstorms as well. So more storm fuel, more than we had with the system that came through yesterday, means we've got a chance for strong thunderstorms that we'll be looking at as we head into Monday and especially into next Tuesday. Dry and beautiful tomorrow, 79 for a high, 83 on Saturday with a 20% chance in the morning, 84 on Sunday, and then we've got rain and storm chances next Monday and Tuesday at 30 to 40%. We'll be right back.
A Trump-era policy will soon be lifted, hopefully by the end of May. Title 41, established in March of 2020, it allows government authorities to deport people seeking asylum at the border under a public health emergency. President Biden has received backlash for months for keeping that policy in place. Lifting the restrictions doesn't necessarily mean it's all free for all people either.
Lifting of Title 42 does not mean it's a Black Friday special in the immigration arena. Individuals will still have to be vetted, properly vetted, and go through scrutiny to determine whether or not they have a credible fear for their lives in their home countries. And if once they enter the United States, they won't be a flight or criminal risk. So on the immigration side, it's business as usual.
Title 42 is technically a federal health order that was issued by the CDC in the beginning of the pandemic. So the agency will need to approve the lift, which could delay matters.
And now with the Ukrainian crisis, they run the risk of being accused of having a double standard if they do not enforce it for Ukrainians, but continue to enforce it for Salvadorans, Hondurans, and Haitians.
Obviously, lifting this policy will play a big role in political campaigns ahead of November. But as we said, the Biden administration hoping to have it done by May. And we'll be right back with more of the update on our top story. Back out to the breaking news that we brought you at the top of this newscast. An off-duty Harris County Sheriff's Office deputy shot in a grocery store parking lot.
Let's go back out to ABC 13's Brianna Connor for the latest here. Brianna.
Yeah, this is the Joe V's parking lot in Aldine Westfield near 1960. You can see behind me the entire thing is shut down right now for this investigation. We haven't received an official update from an information officer just yet, but I can confirm at last check that deputy was in critical condition. We are told 2 men who were committing some type of crime were approached by the deputy in this parking lot. When they approached them, the men opened fire. The deputy shot back. That deputy was just out here doing some shopping. They were not here in any type of official capacity, but we do know those 2 men have taken themselves to the hospital. They were identified there as suspects, and they are in stable condition right now. We're told they are in custody at the hospital. So that means investigators may not at this point be looking for anyone else connected to this shooting here. That deputy just came to do some grocery shopping. They are now in critical condition at a hospital not too far away, and the investigation still in the early stages, but I also can confirm that witnesses who were just out here shopping as well have now been allowed to leave. We look forward to learning a lot more information at an official update, hopefully at some point tonight. You're watching ABC 13. We'll be right back.
Gorgeous day coming up for your Fridays. We go from the 50s into the 70s with completely sunny conditions. Grab a tissue. You will need it for the tree pollen coming up tomorrow.
All right, David, thanks a lot. And one last time, I want to leave you with a live picture here of the Northwest Medical Center where that deputy was taken in critical condition tonight after being shot at a grocery store parking lot.
Yes, you can keep updated on this story by going to our 24/7 news source online or on your app.